Hey, this is Dave Jose giving you guys a quick video on the way to church, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. One thing I wanted to do is I've been starting to talk to you guys about, pushing to make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do, not living at other people's pace, not trying to keep up with the Joneses and all that stuff. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about a situation that happened to me almost a year ago. And what I like to do is I like to reflect and to see what is true and to see why people do the things that they do. And I go and I think back to when I was in a group called WHF, and I'm going to skip the last part. But I was there and I met a guy who would say that he'd done a lot of deals and he was this great guy, and if you didn't make this much money or you didn't do this many deals, you were nothing. And this guy used to try to poke out at me or whatever and try to start crap. And he would say little things, and it would be funny because I would tell people he's talking about me, he just won't come right out and say it, And over time, this guy, he would say oh, well, we know that, different people's stuff can't work, in, different parts of the nation and all this crap and this, that, and the other. He didn't even look at the fact that, I taught people to do multiple deals, but pretty much he was just hating on me because he knew that I was a coach. And he understood that my people had some success, so to make himself look better, what he did was he tried to come crash on me about how many deals he's done and, how he's better, at this or that and how much money he has and whatever. But to me, I always looked and I said, myself, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular guy. I understand some things that are different from what a lot of people understand. Therefore, I can bring forth some different things when it comes to business and bring the best out of other people. But it's because the individual blessings and knowledge that God gave me. And so when I look at real estate investing, a lot of people out here are envious. They hate to see other people who are better than them at something, But I have some people in the business right now today that I've looked up to for a long time, people who have stories, who've been through stuff and come out and just monsters, I'll give you an example. Kenny Rushing. If you're looking for a person who has done more deals than pretty much anybody I know, in our generation, is going to be Kenny Rushing. He paved the way for a lot of us, but he's a cool dude. He's humble. He'll talk to you. Of course, he's done some powerhouse things, and his homes and stuff are just crazy. But he's a cool guy, and like I said, he paved the way. He's done a lot with real estate. And for most people, seeing somebody like him, they become envious. Last week, I believe it was, I saw somebody say something about he was fake or whatever, when we all know that Kenny does more than pretty much most of the gurus we see put together. So it's funny how people are. But this guy, he hated on me. He hated on Joe Mcnamee, I believe his last name is. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, which has done thousands of deals, And, when I look at my life, I say, shucks, I see somebody doing thousands of deals. I say, you know what, I want to get to a point where I'm, blasting out a ton of deals or whatever. And people who have done thousands of deals, that's a good type of example to look at, to learn, to do business and do more deals. Now, some people will become envious of them, though, because they're in the same business. But to me, I look at myself as not just a real estate investor. I do real estate investing. I've made a lot of money in real estate investing. But what I love the most is helping people, and I love psychology. I love helping people to build their performance and to sneak and show them the things of faith that I learned from God and His Word, and give it to them, and let them see that the stuff that God said works. That's my joy. That's my passion. I don't care to look like the number one real estate guy. Now, will I learn from those very smart real estate guys? Heck yeah, because they're on point. But there's this battle out there. So this guy, he talked all this trash, and I kind of look back sometimes to see how things are. And one thing I noticed is when he was talking trash to me, he had a following of thousands and thousands of people. And out of all the thousands of people he had and all this great knowledge that he said he had and how he can teach stuff that other people couldn't do and he wanted to come out after me, I realized that with all that, he didn't even have 5 deals that he can show that people he was connected to did who followed him. Not even 3 deals. Not even 2 deals. Not even 1 in a whole year's time. And that's the funny thing about life, is that people will hate you, people will talk trash, people will try to knock you down to make themselves look better. But then if you just look at what they do, you know, now the guy charges money and he's done some things that cost people, but yet and still not 1 deal at that time. And if you look, it's been like, you know, you can't even count 10 deals that people have done, but they're paying, but he wants to shoot me down. You know, and I see that this is a common thing in Facebook world today, is that, you know, people want to talk bad about you. They want to measure you with this measuring stick, but it's not really because they really don't think you can do something. They just do it because they want to make themselves look better by crushing people. But, you know, when I look at this guy and anybody else who, you know, wants to act silly, you know, you can say that coaches are bad, then you start coaching, then you charge people money, but if you can't count, you know, 5 or 10 deals, you know, in a whole year's time, 2 years' time, whatever, you know, and you're trying to dog people out and you're trying to make fun of people, you're trying to clown people, you really need to look at what you're doing. Because if you're going to be mad at somebody for what they do and they have great success, you know, I have individual students that have closed 5, 10 deals, made hundreds of thousands of dollars right in front of you guys, and you know, it is there. The proof is in the pudding. You know, my goal in life was to help people to grow mentally. That's what I enjoy, not just real estate deals. So, you know, let the proof be in the pudding. You know, if people are closing, if I have 1 student or 5 students that have closed more than all of your whole following put together, then, you know, it's a sad thing to see you hate. It's a sad thing to, you know, see the type of things that people do. But, you know, with all that being said, I just want you to be strong. I want you to be a champion. You know, if you're a newbie in real estate, you know, understand that you're not here to live somebody else's dream. You know, just because they have a big house, some cars, you know, they can go on trips, they can do this and do that, that means nothing. You know, don't follow a person just because they have a big house, you know, because just because a person can make money does not mean that they can teach you how to. And at the same time, you know, there's a lot of information and a lot of knowledge to be gained and understood, but a sad thing is when you waste your time and become a critic of everything on Facebook rather than going after your own dreams. And so I choose to not live under anybody else's ideas, to live, you know, going after what I want to go after at my pace, and not just trying to please the people in the world, but I want to please God. I want to help my family. I want to be able to, you know, enjoy having time with my kids and watching them grow, and, you know, all this other stuff, it just really doesn't matter, you know. So, you know, keep an eye on what you're doing and watch what you're doing. You know, make sure that you're not becoming the person that's the full-time critic and you don't even get paid for it. You know, make sure that you're not the person who just follow people just because they got a house or a car. That's what prostitutes do. You know, they see the guy drive down the street with the Lamborghini and they're running behind him trying to, you know, get them to do business with them. You know, don't be a prostitute. You know, don't sell yourself like that. Don't sell your family out like that. Get, you know, with people who are doing business and pushing you to do business, and whatever your goal is, work at the pace you're going to work at. First, worry about or be concerned with being free so that you can do the things you want to do and you can learn more, you can continue to grow. But just want to give you this message or whatever. It's kind of, you know, a few things have been in my heart, and I've been seeing the way that things have gone for a while, and, you know, it just kind of saddens me because, you know, there's too many people trying hard to be getting caught up in all this, you know, Facebook stupidity. But this video is yours.